What's up, YouTube? It's Eki. There is a lot of things that I want to talk about. The main one being the holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas. They're coming up this week, and people like to freak out. Yeah. People like to be a little dramatic when it comes to the holiday. Everyone's stressed. We get that. But there are some people that take stress to the whole nother level. And then they make everyone else stressed. And then what is supposed to be a loving, wonderful holiday becomes a stressful, angsty kind of time. And it's not fun for anyone involved. So I want to come to you with a couple of Eki's tricks to surviving the holiday. Granted, I have to tell myself the same stuff all the time. Anyway, number one trick. Remember not to give an F. Just don't. There are some things you really should care about. There are other things, however, you got to just go like this to them. That means people that are a little control freaky about the holiday, when you're going to eat, what you're going to eat, what time should you go where, when are you going to, what are you going to bring? I mean, there are people that like to micromanage and give an F about every single little detail. Why? They have nothing else in their life to give an F about. So they have to impose it on you. So my number one trick is you choose not to give an F when it comes to dealing with these people. Remember, you can have a stress-free holiday if you just choose to roll with it. Choose your battles. Sometimes people just need to have control, and there's nothing you can do about it. And they might be family members, and guess what? You have to be with them. So the least F's you give, the better mood you might end up being in. So that's my first tip. My second tip is, and I have to think about it. My second tip is just decide. Decide to be happy. Remember what the holiday is about. And then everything that it's not, everything that we like to create around it, the drama that exists around the holiday, just shove it to the side, which is a lot like not giving an F, right? But you just have to make a choice to mentally tell yourself, listen, this is what this holiday is for me and for my family. And nothing anyone does or says is going to change that. Yes, might go down. And whatever. Just have to be willing to say, hey, this is what I'm laying out. This is what I'm going to do. So, basically, essentially, I only have one tip. Not two. It was pretty much the same thing. Just don't waste an F. Seriously, don't waste it. You only get so many in this life. You only get so many for the holiday. Why waste it on trivial shit? Really, why? We all have family. And at the end of the day, whether you love them, hate them, whether they actually deserve your kindness and generous, there are really crappy people out there. I get it. But love your family for who they are. If you have to be with them this holiday. If you don't have to be with them, and it's a great thing, then good for you. There's a lot of us that do have to be with our family, and we just have to realize, you know what? They are who they are. Seriously, some families are real cray-cray. They just are. And the sooner we get it through our heads that it's not going to change anytime soon or ever, the better off we are. You just have to choose what you're going to stress about. You can choose to stress about the stuffing and who's going to sit where at the table. You can choose to stress about that stuff. And granted, those are things, those are things to worry about, I guess. But really, at the end of the day, what matters most? matters most is that you're surrounded by people you love and that love you, and that's pretty much it. If you need to have a cocktail or two to get through the day, then do it. Whatever you got to do. My point is like, love the people you're with. Accept it for what it is. Don't waste your F's. If you burn something, really? I mean, really? At the end of the day, in the long scheme of life, what are people going to remember? They might remember you freaking out about it, or they might remember you laughing about it and being like, oh God, here we go. What do you want them to remember? And what moments do you want to cherish and remember? That's all I got.